Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. A lady asked me how to preserve Jerusalem artichokes. Now, Jerusalem artichokes are potatoes. I couldn't find any Jerusalem artichokes in my store, and I've already done mine, so I'm going to use a potato in place of the Jerusalem artichokes, and it works the same way because they're related. First thing I'm going to do is scrub this potato. I'm not just going to wash it. I'm going to take a scrub brush and I'm going to scrub it to get all the dirt off. Okay, the next thing I would do, which I do the night before, is I would put this on a terry towel and I would let it dry all night long. Why would I do that? Because when I go to grate them, they already have moisture. I want as less moisture as possible. Now you're going to need a box grater. I'm sorry, you're going to put a lot of pressure on this, so you're going to need a box grater. You're going to use this side to grater with. You do not want this side or this or this. We're actually using this side. This is also what you... So this is also the side you use to make hash browns as well. And you're not going to peel your Jerusalem artichokes because it's ridiculous. Now, we're going to pretend this potato dried all night because it's very important that they're dry. You don't want any added moisture. So when you do this, you can sit there and do it. And what we're going to do, and I'm going to grater this and I'll dehydrate my potato, is Jerusalem artichokes. You just take one after another and you start grating like crazy. Because you want every bit of the Jerusalem artichokes that you can use. Alright, let's say you've done a whole bunch of Jerusalem artichokes. This is exactly how I would do the Jerusalem artichokes and potatoes, either one I would use. This is the same steps I go through. Alright, so you have Jerusalem artichokes just shredded. Next, you're going to get your dehydrator trays. So hold on a minute. Now the holes are too big. You see that? Because you can get your finger through there. You know all that's going to drop. Use the sheets that come with your dehydrator. Lay it on. And what you're going to do is just put this like this. Just put it around. This potato's going to take longer to dehydrate. You don't have to have it real thin. I found out that they will dehydrate even if they're stacked up a little bit. Okay, now when you finish using these sheets and you say I still have more trays but I don't have any more sheets, this is what you can use. I used both of these. I also used these that come with your dehydrator. So I used both of them. And as you can see, I'm going to have to flip you up high now so you can see level. You see, they're stacked up. They're not completely level. Because they're shredded, they're going to work. Okay, so I'm going to take you over to the dehydrator with me. I'm only going to do one potato if you don't mind. You've got all your trays full. temperature, 122. Time, 12 hours. All right, that's it. To get those into the dehydrator, that's how I do that. Now I'll show you my spice blender that I use. I don't know if a food processor will do it. I've never done it in a food processor. When they're done dehydrating, you take them out and put them in a bowl and let them cool. Because you don't want the heat, if you're going to blend them up, the heat could trigger them to build up something we don't want. I just don't know what it'll do. So I cooled my dehydrator. I cooled my Jerusalem artichokes. I'll do the same thing with the potatoes. I will cool them. Let me get my spice blender. This is my spice blender that I have, and I did them in small batches. Now, which one do I have? I have a Cuisinart spice and nut grinder. This is what I used to grind mine up in, and then from there I put them into a canning jar. I had for the amount that I showed you that I had in the video, I had over a quart. So if you have that many Jerusalem artichokes, I would, dehydrate them and do this and just store them like that, better than canned. Most people say you can't can them. I canned mine as well, but it'd be more of a problem to work with, but dehydrating them is much easier. And that's how I did it. I hope it works for you, that you have a grinder. It should work, because I did it against all odds that I couldn't do it, and I said, yes, I can. I've got a dehydrator, I've got an oven, I've got canning. There was no way that I wasn't going to try to attempt it. But that's how you get your Jerusalem artichokes dehydrated, let them cool, and grind them up, put them in a jar, seal them, you've got them. You can use them in all your cooking. I plan to try some in some bread today. I have already put it in the potato dish that I showed you yesterday. I have, where else have I put it? Oh, in the pasta. I even put it in pasta. So it can be used in ingredients. So if you have somebody or diabetes runs high in the family, if you can grind and dehydrate, if you have I hope you have a dehydrator, and you have a grinder, and you grind it up like that, you can make sure that they get that every time they eat. You'll get it in the gravies, you'll get it here, you'll get it there, but to help them help themselves. Okay? So listen, that's it. Take care. Bye-bye.